and welcome to another Mario Party 7 minigame review!
Last time, we reviewed Apes of Wrath, and yeah, it was alright. And sadly, it's the best one we've had so far. And it's not even in the 4-star category. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Anyways, we're on to another minigame. And it's a 1 versus 3 minigame, that being Balloonatic. So let's get to the review. Shall we?
So here's how you play this one. The single player is inside a barrel that is held up by 3 balloons, and the team of 3 are on a pirate ship with cannons that are trying to shoot down the single player. Your job as a single player is to try to avoid the team of 3's attacks and stay in for the whole 30 seconds. By doing is basically ascending and basically descending constantly. And the team of 3 has to try to shoot down the single player, which is basically all 3 balloons. And yeah, that's pretty much it. However, there's a ton to this minigame, because basically, the single player has a ton of things on their hands, because basically, well, they have to try to avoid the tons of barrage that is coming from the team of 3, which can be pretty difficult if you aren't taking this seriously at all. If you are taking it seriously, it can be a pretty intense game, and honestly, during a practice round before the first bit of gameplay, I was like freaking out so much while I was on the single player. It's like such a fun experience because of just how much was just happening and how hard it was. However, it is very possible for the single player to win. Pretty much, actually. Because basically, it's also going to have to depend on how cooperated the team of 3 is. Because what I try to do some of the time is basically aim my cannon right before the single player goes to that spot. Well, it doesn't really work too much, really. There really isn't a great way to do it. And if I had to choose which one has the bigger advantage, I think I would choose maybe the team of 3, because basically their barrage is basically so big, and the balloons can move anywhere, so it's a pretty good chance that at least one cannonball can hit the balloon, and they could potentially cost them because the balloon is not acting properly. Despite that, though, this is a nice minigame. And that's all I have for the general thoughts. Not really too much, but maybe the overall thoughts will make it better.
Overall, Balloonatic is a good minigame. Surprising for a 1v3 minigame. And yeah, I was initially going to consider that this one wasn't as good as I thought it would be. However, looking at it now, it's good. It basically is just devolving down to the team of 3 trying to shoot down the single player. And with 3 balloons, it's pretty hard for that on both sides, basically. The single player has to try to dodge the team of 3's attacks with some pretty smart moves. However, with how much power that the team of 3 has, it really becomes hard on both sides, basically, if you want to try to take out the single player if they're smart enough, or it's harder to survive if you're not playing it seriously. It's a pretty good minigame, and one I would like to see pop up in another Mario Party sometime soon. I'm going to give it 4 stars. And that's it for today. Up next, we're going to be reviewing Balloon Busters. See you guys then.